what is going on? I'm sitting here with Ahmad today. He is the founder from a YC23 cohort. Uh, Ahmad founded Corgi. So, Ahmad, welcome on. Thanks for making some time today. Go
Thank you.
ahead and just introduce yourself and give anyone watching this a little bit of context for what you do and who you are.
Yeah, so we're Corgea and we fix vulnerable source code. I'm the founder and CEO, and we help security teams reduce their vulnerability counts and help engineers fix software vulnerabilities. So, yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, I think we got connected by referral. I think you might have seen some of the stuff on Twitter as well. So it was awesome working with you. First question is, what were you struggling with before you worked with us?
I mean, look, a small startup, you only have so much bandwidth and you can only learn so many things. Making a snappy promo video isn't on the list of things that I want to learn, but it's on the list of things we have to get done. And so we tried out a couple of tools. It was just taking too much time, energy, and effort. And so we thought about, giving it to you folks to just get it knocked out because we needed to do a product hunt launch. We wanted to put it on our website. We wanted to put it on social media. It's a pretty important asset, but no one on the team was just equipped with it, nor did we have the time. We had more important things to go do in our specific domain. So that's kind of what we were struggling with.
Yeah, and so were you trying those like DIY animation softwares, or what were the tools that you tried using?
Yeah, it was DIY animation software and tools like that. They're good. They just needed the time investment, and we just didn't have the time nor the energy to go learn something new and do it. I would rather focus on customer value,
Yeah.
and so that's where we put our energy into.
Got you. And what was it like? Again, I think you got referred, but obviously when you get referred to, service provider, a lot of people still will shop around and see what options they have. So why was it that you moved forward with us?
I like it was a tech-driven process. Your onboarding system and all of that kind of made it easy, and it was just structured. I like it when it's structured and less fuzzy.
Yeah.
um, it creates more predictability into what's involved in this whole thing. I liked your hustle. You being on top of it and just jumping into it, answering questions, moving, left and right really quickly, talking to us. It showed that you cared. The video took a little longer, I think, but that was because you focused on a lot about on the quality, and you even animated our logo, which was a very nice touch. So I it came out pretty good out the gate. So when we came and picked you, it was like the portfolio of what you've done was good, technology driven. You seemed like you knew what you were talking about and what you wanted to do. So yeah, it's a pretty easy choice. The price point was also pretty reasonable that we thought.
Got it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we like to price is always an interesting thing, especially in this industry, but we're targeted towards making the videos accessible for founders like yourself. So that's great to hear. And so I know you've only had the video, I think, in your possession for a couple weeks, but do you want to, I mean, is there any impact that the video's made on your business so far that you want to go over, whether it's ROI driven, how'd the launch go, social media, stuff like that?
I mean, a couple of things. So we put it on Product Hunt. We put it on our front page. It's actually the first thing you see on Product Hunt. It's the first thing you see on our website. If you go to Corgea.com, it's also something that I pinned on our social media when people come and see. So it's meant to be the first thing that welcomes you anytime you interact with Corgea, whether it's social media, Product Hunt, or our website. And so would I say like, oh, this video had X return on and resulted in this revenue? I don't know. I mean, you have to keep in mind we're doing enterprise sales, so it's not just a video that would,
Yeah,
get you the
I'll
deal.
reconnect with you in like 3 years.
Yeah, it's not just a video. A lot goes into it, right? And so it we wanted something that conveyed our message that was short, snappy, and quick, and made people understand what we did without having to talk to us or read an entire website. And you have to keep in mind people's attention spans are extremely short. Giving them a snappy, engaging video that kind of talks about the problem, the solution, how it works, all of that kind of stuff in 30 to 45 seconds is super impactful. And so I would imagine I haven't measured it yet, but the completion rates of these videos would be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And I think wrapping up here, you know, a lot of people in both of our networks are obviously founders, whether they're funded, bootstrapped, whatever, founders and marketers. What advice, if any, would you give to the ones that are considering expanding into video marketing in general?
I think once you know what you're doing as a founder, do it pretty quickly and get it done and move out of the way. As you interview customers, I think there's a little bit interview a lot of customers and know how to articulate the pain point very well, because if you don't do that, your video will be sloppy and confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, even we struggled with what's the catch in the beginning, right? Like we were wrestling. You only have one sentence to kind of do a catch with. You don't want a multiple ones. So even then, I kind of started struggling. Like, how do we create empathy and understanding? Like, we show that we understand your problem pretty quickly. And so I think it requires a lot of mindfulness coming into the whole thing. And I think being very clear and being very prescriptive with folks like you, right? Like, as you and I were talking, we had really strong opinions of how things should look like, right? Because we had talked to a lot of people. And I think what you produced is quite evergreen for us. But will it be the only thing we produce? No. I think when we have bigger features and new announcements to make, at least on a yearly or a couple times a year, we want more videos to be done just to keep that engagement, right? Again, it's
Yeah.
about mind share and getting people to look at what you're doing. So those are kind of some of the pieces now that I reflect on it that are important.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Well, I think that about does it for today. I want to thank you again for coming on and appreciate your time and looking forward to doing the next one with you. One last thing too, where can people find you? Like what's the URL? What's your Twitter, stuff like that?
Sure. So Corgea.com, pretty straightforward. All our socials are on there. You can find me on LinkedIn, Ahmed Saaduddin. And yeah, just find us, follow us, try us out. We'd love for feedback and we'd love for people to use Corgia.
All right. Appreciate it.
Likewise.